start with my NYX eyeshadow base in the skin tone shade. And I'm going to apply this with a random brush that is called Deluxe Oval Camouflage. And I'm just going to apply that onto my lids and my crease area. And then I'm going to blend that out with my fingers. Next, I'm going to set this with my Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Powder and my Sigma Tapered Highlighter F35 brush, just so this doesn't crease. I'm going to use my ColourPop shadows as my drugstore choice because they really are amazing and they're very affordable as well. So I'm going to start with the shade Sunnies. I'll use an E40 Sigma blending brush, and I'm just going to apply that into the outer corner and then the crease area and also the inner corner. So next I'm going to take the Morphe G17 brush and I'm going to take the shade Girl Power in ColourPop. These are all going to be ColourPop shadows. And I'm also going to work that into the outer corner, crease area, and inner corner. Next, I'm going to take the shade Bandit with a Morphe M518 brush. I'm going to apply that into the outer corner, crease area, and inner corner. Basically, all the same places, just the darker the shade, the more fixated and focused the color will be, because we're trying to achieve the gradient effect. That's the key to blending your shadows. And then with these brown shades, it's okay to go on the lid. Kind of want it a little bit on the lid as a base for the lid color that I'll be using a little bit later on. So again, I'll be blending that with the E40 Sigma brush. And then next, we're going to go a little bit darker using the shade Mittens and the same brush. So the next color is going to be Central Perk, and I'm going to use the same exact brush. And again, just do the exact same thing. And then I'm going to blend it out with the Morphe brush because it still has some of the product on it. Some of the Girl Power shade. And then I'm going to blend it out more with the E40. I think I'm going to go back with the shade Mittens. It's more of a brown as a base for the lid color that we'll use. So then I'll be taking the shade Partridge, and I'm using Sigma Eye Shading E55 brush, and I'm going to apply it onto the center of the lid first, and then towards the inner corner, and a little bit towards the outer corner. Now I'm going to be taking my Maybelline Eye Studio Gel Liner in Black is Black, and I'm going to take my Sigma Wing Liner E06 brush, and then I'm kind of going to create a cut crease by looking down and using my Sigma Flat Definer E15 brush to blend that out. It's okay if this happens because you can clean it up a little later on with a makeup wipe, which is why I like to do the eyes first, because it gives me a chance to clean everything up around the eye and any fallout too. And then I'm going to go back into my Morphe brush. I'm just going to blend right in there. Next I'm going to go back to my Sigma Eye Shading A55 brush and then just reapply that shadow right under here. I'm going to use my makeup wipe. So I'm just going to clean up right under my eye. So for the wing, I'm using the same Maybelline Eye Studio Black is Black gel liner. I'll be using my Sigma Small Angle E65 brush. So I'm going to go over that with my NYC liquid eyeliner. I'm going to use one of my favorites, L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black Mascara. So for primer, I'm going to use my NYX Angel Veil Primer. For foundation, I'm going to mix my L'Oreal True Match foundation with my L'Oreal True Match Lumi foundation. And they're both in the shade W6. So I'm going to conceal with my NYX HD Concealer in the shade 04. So I'm using my L'Oreal Magic Lumi Concealer, and this is in the shade Medium. It's a little bit lighter of a consistency, so it's not too heavy like the NYX one, so that's another great drugstore product. And I'm blending this out with my Morphe G2 brush. I'm going to set this with my Ben Nye Banana Powder and my Sigma Tapered Highlighter F35 brush. And then I'm going to go over that just to brighten a little bit with my Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Powder. I'm going to take my Real Techniques powder brush with the same Maybelline Fit Me powder and just go all over my face. I'm going to take my ColourPop shadow in the shade Mittens and a Sigma pencil brush, and I'm going to blend that right under the eyes. And then I'm going to take the same brush and the shade Girl Power and then just blend that out. I'm going to use my L'Oreal Voluminous Smoldering Eyeliner. And then same mascara from earlier for the lower lash line. I'm going to highlight the inner corner with ColourPop Girly. And I'm going to use an e.l.f. small smudge brush. So for my eyebrows, I'm using the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Espresso. So I'm going to clean up and carve my eyebrows with the NYX Above and Beyond Full Coverage Concealer in the shade Beige, and I'm using an e.l.f. concealer brush. I'm going to use the NYC Smooth Skin Bronzing Face Powder in the shade Sunny, and I'm going to use this e.l.f. complexion brush. And to contour, I'm going to take my NARS Eden brush, which honestly, no. It's the only contour brush I have really, so that's this precise. So, and then for my nose, I'm going to use my e.l.f. contour brush. And just go. For blush, I'm going to use the Milani Rose Doro. I'm going to use my Sephora Pro Angled brush. You can even still bake with the Maybelline Fit Me Translucent Powder and a beauty blender, or even just a makeup sponge. You don't have to do this, but just to show you that you can. Just let it sit there for a little while. To highlight, I'm going to use my e.l.f. Baked Blush in Pinktastic. I don't have a lot of drugstore highlighters, but I do recommend the ColourPop drugstore highlighters. I did try them at the salon that I worked at as a makeup artist, and they're really, really good and really affordable. But for now, I'm going to use this one. I'm going to use my favorite Morphe M501 brush.
Holy crap, I didn't expect that at all. Oh my god. Holy shit.
I'm going to quickly just clean up the bakage right under here, wherever we applied it. Highlight on the bridge of my nose. Just make a little pout and highlight right there. And for the lips, I'm going to line them with my NYX lip liner in Mauve. I'm going to go over this with the NYX Liquid Suede, and the shade is in Soft Spoken.
Whoa. Welcome to my dungeon.